Okay, okay. I'm not sure about this. Okay, guys. How we doing? Let me go to the comments. Official Izu says, "Good evening, sir. How are you doing, Official Izu?" Hope you're good. Inkisiobi says, "Good evening, Shifu, sir. Greetings as well. How are you? Hope you are doing great and just fine." I'm trying to share the links to the Zoom session, the live stream, across Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So, guys, let us quickly do a share of that as well. So, if you're watching on Facebook, please kindly share the video. If you're watching on YouTube, please kindly share the video. If you're watching um, on Twitter X, kindly share the video. If you're watching on Facebook, kindly share the video as well. And feel free to let me know if you've shared it on the comment section as well, so I take notice of you who may have shared the video. Okay, Victor Uzandu says, "GM Bashifu. How are you doing, Victor? Hope you're good, hope you're fine." Boy, oh boy, I haven't had enough time to sleep and rest today. I really need to sleep after the live stream today. Gonna take some time to get them sleep. I need those sleep. Have we shared? Kingsley Ndubusi said, "Good evening, Boss Shifu." Kingsley, how are you? Official Easy, hope you're good. Hope you're good. Extia Engineer, Boss Shifu, greetings to you too. Donald Akpomers, good evening, Shifu. How are you doing, Donald? Timothy Samuel, GM Lord Chifu, and Happy New Month for you and everyone. We had a live stream on Friday, right? So I think Friday was the first. So the first was yesterday, Saturday, and then today, Sunday, is the second. Oh, I get now. So we're actually in the new month, and this is the first live stream we're having for the month of June. Yes, that is correct, Timothy. So happy new month. Happy new month to you. Yep, happy new month, guys. Happy new month. Queensley says GM, greetings, Kingsley. Simeon, greetings. Philip, greetings. Jeffrey, Sunday, Michael, greetings. I'm just quickly going through. I'm seeing so many persons sending a message, but a few persons are saying they've shared. Okay, Daniel, greetings. Queensley says, like guys, number one, which is very important. Number two, hit the notification bell, right? Number three, share and subscribe. So do those guys, do it yourself. Like, that's number one. Hit the notification bell. Number two, share and subscribe. Okay, Queensley says shared. Donald Akoma shared. Okay, Jeffrey says shared as well. Akindele Tulu from Facebook says good evening, Master Shifu the Grandmaster. F Young says good evening, Master. Greetings as well. Zamira, good evening, Daddy. Zamira, I hope you're good. Divine Mercy Ohai. Good evening, Boss Shifu. I've shared the video. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Uh, Joy is zero says shared. Awesome, awesome. Real view. So, Simeon shared. Good evening, boss. And happy Sunday, Shifu. Looking nice. Thank you. Thank you. Botswana greets you, Shifu. Yo, namaste, namaste. I think I've not been to Botswana is a country, right, in Africa. I've never been to Botswana before. I would love to be in Botswana. I would love to travel to Botswana. I've never visited Botswana before. I visited a lot of African countries, but never been in Botswana. And I would love to be in Botswana. Maybe I'm gonna plan when I would love to be there and probably travel down to Botswana. Okay, okay. Okay, Divine says, Happy Sunday, Chief. I have live, subscribed, and I have shared. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. We have a very low number today, guys. We just have about 240 persons on the live stream, and we need to be more than that, guys. We usually more than this number. We just have 240%. Let's bump up the number. Let's do okay. If you haven't shared, do a share. If you haven't liked, do a like. If you haven't reposted, do a repost. So we're watching on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Do quickly as we proceed. Smart, what is it? Good evening, my dear chief of the Most High God. Hello, Smart. How are you? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing great as well. Kingsley says she delicious. I've heard a new one today. Okay, Eze, my daddy is celebrating. Mr. Eze, how you doing, sir? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. By the way, those of you who are willing to, you want to learn forex trading, Mr. AZ does a lot of. I think he does some physical training on forex. In eastern Nigeria. So if you're in the eastern part of Nigeria, you want to learn how to trade forex and all that. I think Mr. Eze is a great person you can reach out to get his fee, pay him, plug into his training. You'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot from him. Funny, that's funny. Okay, okay. Tubekile Sibanda says you are most welcome. Okay, I guess I'm gonna plan my trip to this one. I'm gonna plan my trip to this one. I'm definitely gonna do that. Definitely gonna do that. Okay, if I haven't picked your comment, I'm definitely gonna pick it along the way while we're going to the session. I just needed more persons to join the live stream before we like started bombarding straight up to what we have today. So I'm gonna share my screen right now. So today is we're having the 26th episode. Whoa, the 26th episode, meaning that we've had 25 specific crypto capital show. We've had 25 specific crypto capital show. It's awesome, and this is our 26th series. Whoa, this is our 26th series, man. That's some way level of consistency. Now, this is gonna be my greatest wish and greatest desire. And I want to know if you guys feel me on this. So you will let me know in the comment section about what I'm about to say. Now, my greatest wish and desire is that before we get to the 100th episode on the Crypto Capital Show in the later part of this year, I want most of us who have been joining in, if you're already millionaires, for you to become a multi-millionaire. If you're already a multi-millionaire, I want you to become a billionaire. If you are not a millionaire at all, I want you to make cross your first millions and start scaling the millions. So whichever class or financial level you're in, I expect you to expand, excel, 10x before we get to the 100 episode. If you're with me on that and you're believing that for yourself, let me know in the comment section as well. Because we in the 26th, I know we've had so many testimonies, right? So many testimonies from the episode and the series we've been having, and I'm grateful to God and you guys as well who constantly show up and share the video. More grace, greetings, sir. Review says shared. Ungus said, "Good evening, seafood. Good evening, Ungus. Welcome, welcome to today's live stream." Brian Mushibi says, "Good evening, Sir Shifu. In you we trust. In God we trust. In God we trust." Welcome, Brian. It's good to have you. It's good to have you from YouTube. Welcome, guys. So, okay, Mr. Eze Repent, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daddy. This is a great one for me. I'm very grateful, sir. So if you just joined, I think I mentioned Mr. Eze earlier on. He holds some forex trainings in the eastern part of Nigeria. He's a great person. If you're even a student in the UNN, UNEC, and those kind of things, I think in that part of Nigeria, you may have come across him or people have even possibly heard of him. He's a great man in that part. And if you want to learn trading in forex and stuff, physical trading and all that, you would love to reach out to him and let him get through it. So I think this is I pinned his comment. That's his name on Facebook. You can slide into his DMs and say you're watching from the Shifu live stream, and then just bump into him, and he's gonna help onboard you in that area for those who want to master the art of trading and forex and all that as well. So real big congratulations, amazing feat. Oh, it's congratulations to everybody who's been joining in the sessions and the episodes as well. So Philip says amen. Yeah, so he's seconding to that as well. Divine. So this is what is so if you're just joining for the first time, you've never been in any crypto capital show we have. So what is the crypto capital show all about? So let me make it broad. The Crypto Capital Show is a show designed to raise the next set of billionaires. We believe that the season and the time we are in, so many billionaires will come out of crypto. Take note of the word billionaires, not just millionaires, billionaires. We come out of cryptos, we come out of Web3, we come out of blockchains. And as always, as I have always been in the forefront of a lot of things happening in the space and the industry for the past couple of years. I've been so consistent. We decided to come up with a crypto capital show to still be at the forefront of things. So a lot of informations are given in this crypto capital show. It is held once in every Sunday, right? Once every Sunday we hold the crypto capital show, and once every week, sorry. So it's mostly on the Sundays, once every week on the Sunday eves. We hold this session. I teach strategies. I sometimes I give alphas informations for everybody to make money. It's how we can just make the most out of the crypto space and the opportunity we have in this season, out of the blockchain industry, just how we can maximize. I mean, even right now, I'm like on a partial vacation. Yeah. I'm touring a couple of countries from time over the going into the summer. I traveled barely a week ago or so, but I'm creating time to come out live to do this because I want to see more lives change. I think this is something I just love doing, and the more I see these testimonies coming to my DM of how this series impacts you, how much you made, and it's it excites me. It excites me, and that is why I always encourage you guys that the best thing you could just always do is to make sure you're joining so you don't miss out on the sessions because of every information is very vital. I can recall. So yes, we're seeing some amazing comment as well. So let's get straight to what we have for today and see how fast we can go through it. So we are going to do like a little bit of recap of what I talked on Friday, right? And it's some things I explained on Friday. And one of the things I talked about on Friday is the diffusion of innovation theory. What is the diffusion of innovation theory? The diffusion of innovation theory, it's a theory that has been in the scene since 1960. That's for the over the past 80 years. And what does it emphasize on? It emphasizes on how technological innovations and disruptions, when they come into the world, how fast they evolve, how fast they move through, they get adopted. So it explains the adoption rate for new technological inventions when they come into the world, how the world gets to accept it, and the stages it has to go through in that acceptance in before it becomes fully regulated all over the world, all over the world. So basically, let me just maximize it so my face is going to go off a bit and you can see. So the first thing you see here are the innovators, right? The innovators are those who create this technology, who invented these things, right? They are the people who bring it into scene. They bring the disruptive technologies for the world to make use and take advantage of. The second after the innovators are the early adopters, right? The early adopters are those who are early in adopting this innovation when it first come into scene. So these people are people. We're using the case. We'll use different case study as I move to the next slide, and then we have the early majority. The early majority comes after the early adopters, right? And then we have the late majority, late majority, and then we have the laggards. The laggards are like the last category in this cycle. Every technological invention always goes through this, and then we get to the point whereby it's full adoption. And I made us understand that we are in between the late majority and the laggards. In fact, people who are coming into crypto this year are the late majority. But the good thing about it is that the people, even though you're coming in the late majority, you still have a chance to make a little money, to make a queue, and to change your life forever. But people who will be coming into the crypto space from 2020, what's it called? 2025, right? 2026, these people are going to be in the category of the laggards as well. Now, so far so good, we've had 7 disruptions in the world that has existed through time. 7 major disruptions in the world. And we are going to look at these 7 disruptions so you can get a full content. So we had television. Remember when television first came into scene? If you are in a third world country like Nigeria, I can recall very well there was even a very popular denomination and religion who used to call the television the devil's box. They call it the devil's box. And they spoke against their congregation using the television. They saw the television as a sin. But you see, the television came, and this is the thing about innovations, that as long as something is technological, it is disruptive, it is innovative, as long as it can be decentralized and democratized, it only takes a matter of time. It is going to catch up with the whole world. It's going to catch up with the whole population, whether you like it or not. And those who are unable to beat it will still end up joining it. And that's what we see. Even the religion and the denominations who were speaking against the television, I remember when it came into scene many years ago, like in a total country like Nigeria, are now making good use of it. They are at the forefront of people making use of it today. And now we had this. And then now we had the internet, right? When the internet came and the internet boom. And then we had the email. We had the email. So we have Google Gmail, we have Yahoo Mail, AOL, right? And now this is the thing I want you to. I would love you to drop in the comment section, guys. How many television brands do you know? If you know some television brands, please drop in the comment section. If you know any television brand, you like, you admire, or you just know, just drop it in the comment section for me, guys. I'm going to use as a reference in the next thing I'm about to say. Now we had the television, we have the internet, we had the email, right? We have Gmail, Google Mail, AOL, Hotmail. All these are examples of email, right? And then we had the e-commerce. Now, in the e-commerce aspect, okay, let me go to the comments. Somebody said LG, someone says Samsung, all of them. Now this is someone said what's it called? Panasonic. Now this is the thing, guys. The family who owns the patent rights to the LG television, to the Samsung television, to the Panasonic television, both them and their generation has nothing to do with poverty again for life. Yes or yes? The family who owns the patent rights to the LG television, to the Samsung, to the Sony television, both them and their generation has nothing to do with poverty again for life. Yes or yes? Now, these people are under the category of the innovators. And then when these things came, there were people who were the early adopters of it. These people were at the forefront of it. These people also have nothing to do with poverty again. They were the early adopters. The early adopters. And then we have e-commerce. For example, when talking about e-commerce, look at Amazon. The founder of Amazon at the time was the richest in the world, right? I don't know if he's still the richest right now or he's been taken over. Jeff Bezos. At the time, Jeff Bezos was the richest in the world, right? And then we had Alibaba Jack Ma, who was the richest in the whole of Asia. E-commerce. Are you seeing how unique disruptions are? And then we had the mobile phones, right? Mobile phones coming into scene. And then we have social media. All of us know the story of social media because everybody uses social media. We know Facebook. We know how rich Mark Zuckerberg is. We're talking about the top 10 richest in the world. I think Mark Zuckerberg's name is going to be called there. We have Twitter X. Elon Musk is also the owner of Twitter right now. We have Instagram, right? WhatsApp, these things. And we know who is in charge of these platforms and how rich and successful they are. And then we had and then going to the seventh disruption, which we are even at the final stage of it, is the cryptocurrencies, blockchain. So the disruption of banking and finance is with blockchain and cryptocurrency, and that's the seventh disruption. I don't want to go into the eighth and the ninth right now. But at the seventh disruption, we are the final stage because this is the thing right now. If I go back a bit and let me make this broad, you discover that, let's use the social media as a case study now. People who are the early adopters of social media are super rich today. The early majority are super rich. In fact, most of the people who are still thriving and coming up with a social media right now are in between the late majority and the laggard. The late majority are still succeeding because they are putting in the work, they are putting in the effort. But the laggards are the ones who are just like, should I say exit liquidity? They are the ones suffering. Or should I use the word, they are the ones who are just eating the crumbs, or the ones who are just like, more like they are just trying to catch up and stuff. Meanwhile, this first three makes the biggest money, followed by the fourth category. The fourth category are those who are able to know what they are doing and they can still make a little money. But the fifth is where it feels just like the bottom part. And that's where it is fully adopted, it is fully regulated, and there's not much money to be made as it was in the previous times and stuff. And this is how it is with all these disruptions of the world. You can't fight it. It's just going to explode over time. And this is the theory that has been for the past 80 years. So I'm not just inventing this. This has been. And now we're focusing on banking and finance, which is crypto and blockchain that we are in. That's basically what we're talking about. So, and I said something that I propounded another theory, which is this is basically my own theory that came out of that was from a point from the direction of innovation theory. And this theory is basically about making money. Those who make the most amount of money in all these disruptions, who are there? Who are the ones who make the most amount of money? Because I'm concerned about making the money. As much as in every invention, in every innovation, there are always those who are at the forefront of making the most amount of money in this space, in this industries, in this age. And you want to be among those ones. And if you want to be among those ones, you need to understand what I call the CITIMP innovation model. The CITIMP innovation model. The CITIMP innovation model speaks to the three categories of people who make the biggest amount of money out of innovations. And the first category are the creators and innovators. So you see them, they fall in the first class. Therefore, are those who are at the top of these things. Now, the second category are the traders and investors. And most times, the traders and investors are the ones who are the early adopters, many a times. They are the early adopters. And the third category are the early majority. And most times, the early majority are the marketers and the promoters. The marketers and the promoters. So you now ask yourself, where does the masses come in? The masses come in as the late majority many a times, and then the not even all the masses. So let's say in the masses in the world we have like 100,000 people, and then we just have like 20,000 people being among the late majority, and then the remaining 80,000 people in the world are like the laggards. And that's why you see the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep remaining poorer, because before the poor adapts to change, it takes a lot of time. But those who are rich and successful knows how to move with change very fast, because they understand that change is a constant in life. Now, how fast and how well you're able to respond to change will determine a lot of progress or advancements in your life. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, you can. And more so, this video is basically being recorded and it's going to be left on the YouTube channel. So you can definitely refer back to this and always watch it for more clarity, insight, and understanding. And I believe you're hearing about this for the first time and your eyes are opening in a way that it may have never been before, because this is going to help you even beyond just cryptos, even beyond just blockchain. It's going to help you in the future of the world, in every other disruption, like the 8th disruption, the 9th disruption. When you want to maximize it, this will open your eyes to how you can maximize them very well. I think on Friday I played a video for you guys and we watched that video. It opened their eyes, so a lot of people were blown away by what that video said. Let me see if I could possibly get that video again and then probably play it. It's just like a minute video and it does give some good level of insight, right? And it will be, I think it's worth playing for those who just definitely may not have watched it. So let me share the screen. I'm going to share my entire screen. So you will most definitely be able to see everything on the screen, how the screen looks like.
So the CEO of Coca-Cola made $50 million last year. A lot of money, right? Okay, that's earned income. Mm-hmm. Government's going to take half of it.
If you can see Warren this and you can hear this, please drop a comment. Let me be sure you can hear the video. The sound from the video as well. If you can see the sound from the video, please drop a comment.
As a dividend?
Yeah. And you know how many people on the internet want to be the boss?
A lot.
Dude, the boss don't make any money. The investor does. Don't be the boss. Don't be the CEO. Be the investor.
Yeah.
Just invest. And what does Warren do? Warren is how I got in real estate. I started buying real estate because I studied the old man. The old man's only invested in stocks, right? I'm like, I'm not going to do stocks because I don't like them. But what I wanted to learn from Warren Buffett, what was he doing? He didn't buy low and sell high.
What was he doing?
He bought fair value. okay, at a fair price. He bought the best quality at a fair price. He wasn't looking for the day a stock went down to $1. He's never done that. He invests in companies that all cash flow, leaders in their space. Coca-Cola, Apple Computer. He didn't buy Apple Computer for years until he understood that Apple Computer was a cash flow company because of iTunes. Everything he buys is really real estate.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. So you see the eye-opener explanation he gives about the concept of investing and stuffs. And definitely you know how this could literally be applied in what we're doing in the space we're doing. So obviously we're not focused on talking about being a creator innovator. If you join the acceleration event conference, the accelerate conference we had in the first week of the year, that's Accelerate 2024. The video is still there on the YouTube channel. So if you didn't attend Accelerate, you would love to go and attend. It wasn't a crypto event. It was a conference that was designated to show you how you can accelerate and achieve your goals faster and succeed faster in this year, moving over the next couple of years. The last time we had Accelerate was in 2022. So we hold Accelerate conference once in every 2 years. The next time we're going to have Accelerate is going to be in 2026. Now, I thought a bit on how you can become a creator and an innovator, and how these people are going to be in the front line of things in the world, even from this year. So basically, you want to go back and watch that video to open your eyes very well and give you a lot of ideas that could literally help you in whatever industry you find yourself in. And now, so basically, we're not also gonna focus on the MP part of marketers and promoters, because I think I've mentioned a bit of this a couple of times when we talk about how you can working in the Web3 space, working in the Web3 sector industry, and maybe we might want to have another time for that later on. But because each of these sections are they are like a full-blown course on their own and full-blown aspect of their own. But we want to focus on being just traders and investors, as this is what majority of us fall in the category as traders and investors, So now, being traders and investors, there are two things that are key here. Two things are key here and super, super important as a trader and as an investor. What are the two things? As a trader and investor, what matters is the size and smartness. So I call it the double S. The size and smartness. That's what matters most. Size is in the capital. The capital, right? Capital is so, so important. Because I mean, somebody who has like $100,000 will make much profit. 10% of $100,000 is $10,000. And somebody who has $1,000, before you can make $10,000, you'll be looking for a 10x, right? Looking for 1,000% profit. So the more capital you have, the more advantage you have. Both whether you're a trader or an investor, it goes for both ways. It goes for both ways. Yes, sir. Yes, guys. It goes for both ways. Now, the second is smartness. The second I talked about is smartness. Smartness. What does smartness mean? Smartness is knowing how to, just like the example Grant Cardone just used of Warren Buffett. Smartness in knowing the market, knowing what is involved, knowing the terrain you're in, and basically how you can maximize it. How you can maximize it as well. Having an edge. Because now this is the thing. When I mentioned something about it, I say that if you want to, in crypto, the safest way to make the billions you want out of crypto is as an investor and not as a trader. This is the reason, because we have a lot of people who call themselves traders but are not professional traders. Because how we know you're a professional trader is revealed in how consistent your trading results are. Not about, because anybody can trade and make money. Anybody can trade and lose money, but in how consistent. And now this is the thing. If you want to trade, you have to tell yourself that, okay, you want to be a professional, right? You want to be a professional. You want to go that professional path. And this means you have to commit yourself to continuous learning on the part of professionalism and sharpening your skills. Or two, you have to commit to somebody who is a professional to grow you in that path. So if you are not willing to commit to growing your trading skills and knowledge in the professional part, then trading is not for you. You definitely should not. You should only just invest. And what does investor do? You just know the right assets to buy in, and then you buy in, and then you just go to sleep. And now this is the reason why most people are losing money in trading, because majority of people who are trading out there are not professionals. You see people who do, even those who do degen trading in crypto, they're trying to buy this coin, and most of them you see who come and say they've been able to turn one Solana to 1,000 Solana, or one Solana to 10,000 Solana. Truth be told to you, before turning that 1,000 Solana to 1,000 Solana, they will need to tell you how many Solana they have lost. They've probably lost and lost and lost and lost and lost, and maybe they've lost about 50 times before hitting that one big win. And yes, that one big win will change their life forever, because that is how the space is. That's how the but if you do not have that emotional strength to go through the part as a trader, why not just go through the comfortable part of being an investor? Some of us will try to force ourselves to be traders when we aren't. So if you the day you said you want to make money from trading cryptos, you have to tell us, you have to make a commitment to yourself that I want to go the professional part. I'm going to be coming to join to learn as much as I can. I want to upgrade my knowledge. But if you know deep down you will not commit yourself to learning it, please don't do it. Don't just try yourself. Just focus on being an investor. And being an investor could literally still pay you so well, and it will help you to avoid a lot of pain. Right? So many persons are having so much pain right now because they're trying to be traders and they're not. And you don't want to be in that category. If you're an investor too, you also have to be smart, because it's not in everything you invest. And this is why we always talk. I always recommend, if you are not in the bull run group, make sure you pay and join the bull run group. Get in on the discount for to access the bull run group and have the benefits of being in the bull run group. Why? Because if you are in the bull run group, first of all, you have access to our bull run portfolio that can set you up for life. You have access to these coins and this spreadsheet, which will definitely change your life in this bull run. You have access to it. Number two, you have access to our passive income spreadsheet, where we share information, ideas, and opportunities that could make you money passively and actively in the crypto space. You have access to this. In fact, this week I'm going to be having a private session with the bull run committee, and I'm going to be sharing another passive income which I use from my PC to generate little income for myself every day. So I'm mining, there's certain coins I'm mining on a daily basis without doing anything, all for free. And you could do that and gain some amount of money. And these coins are coins that are also going to be going up in value. So as they're going up in value, you are getting them for free. I do that periodically, and this is another thing you benefit, like one of the third benefits you get, because you also be joining this private mentorship with me. You have access to it when you're in the bull run group. Those private live streams, you will have access to these private live streams and those private informations that will be shared from time to time in the bull run group. So if you are not in the bull run group, you are definitely going to be missing out on this as well. And then we have the pre-sale spreadsheet, when we have pre-sale private sale opportunities that we share exclusively to the bull run group. We update it on the spreadsheet, and some of these private sales we've done, I've done about 700%, some 800%, some 1000%, different kind of exits, and they've been doing so well for a couple of days now. We haven't shared any yet, but the ones we've shared in the past have done extremely well. And we have some new private sales, pre-sale opportunities that will be coming up soon, which I'm not going to post anywhere. I'm not going to post publicly. I'm only going to post in the bull run group. So if you're not in the bull run group, you will miss out of all these benefits. And there's so many other things. These things I've mentioned alone is more than enough. I think also we also share the short-term calls. So from time to time, there's some short-term calls we share. Some of them take about a week, some of them a few days, some of them even take even a month, but they end up doing so well over time as well. So you can actually maximize any of these categories and see yourself profiting if you are in the bull run group. So for those who are like total beginners, so one thing to try to do for those who are like coming to the crypto space and they're beginners and they're not sure if they're going to catch up with what happens to the bull run group, what I'm doing right now is creating an exclusive training part for them, which they will have to go through for about a week before they get added into the bull run group. I mean, recently a couple of persons recently paid to join the bull run group and they haven't been added yet. Why? Because I'm personally taking them through the beginner training so they can get up to speed to a particular point whereby they can have lifetime access to beginner training content, beginner courses, and then go through it to see how they can really understand how crypto works, the industry works, blockchain works, and a lot of things as well. And then so they can catch up along. So all these things are being put in place to literally help you um, have the right head start. So if you join the Bureau Group, it's definitely going to give you an edge. And the ETF report is for those who just want an extra benefit, those who want more guaranteed information, more exclusive information, exclusive data that is not basically to the public as well. If you pay for the ETF report, you have access to that advantage as well. So this that is basically that. So let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look at the charts and let's see if we could get out some let's take a look at the charts and let's see if we could look out for some trading opportunities. And there's some things I was supposed to so this is the thing. I think going forward from this week, I'll be posting more of our chat contents, maybe on the Telegram or on Twitter. I'll be posting a lot of them on Telegram and Twitter as well. I'll be sharing a couple of them too because I discovered sometimes when I do analysis before the live stream, many times it could have played out before the live stream as well. And that's some money a lot of people would have missed out. So I would want to be doing that probably ahead of time. Because if you see here now, this is if you join the last let me make this broader and bigger. In fact, it's going to be the only thing on the screen. And let me just make mine smaller. So if you see here, I did this. And if you record, I think I also shared this on Friday, that one thing is I'm expecting to happen is that I expect a move up and then a move down, price moving up a little bit and then coming down to take out the equal lows, right? The equal lows we have here. And there are two. So basically, I mapped this out the early hours of the morning. Because yes, we've had like a crazy weekend. The weekend was so crazy. One of the most boring weekends ever. The most meaningless and stupid, stupid chats ever. I was so pissed about the weekend because literally almost nothing was moving and a lot of it was just ranging crazy. Like look at how it was just moving through the weekend. Through the weekend, all this was so. But basically, we saw this play out because the market is opening today and price went and triggered it exactly at the point, right? It triggered it at the stop, and then also, so basically, this is what happened. This is a breakout of the trend line. Yeah, so we have like a breakout first of all, creating a liquidity level here at the zones, and then the pump up which I talked about. So it has triggered my sell. I'm already I've moved my stop already to like the entry. So, but this is where I'm expecting it to make a lower pricing, more lower pricing, and this lower pricing is this is what I expect, or this is what I anticipate. So let me see if I could. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So this is it. Let me draw this. This is what I expect. This is a funny drawing, but what I mean is when price drops, right, drops below this edge, I expect price to reclaim this zone, and then we're gonna go on a massive long. So if you get a drop, the drop is just gonna be like a fake out and then a reclaim to buy. So I honestly would prefer if we can actually get that drop tonight. If we can get it tonight, that is going to be very, that means we're going to have like a very hopeful week, because June is definitely going to be very super bullish. June will be super bullish for Bitcoin. So if you can get that drop, like let's say it gets to my final TP levels and zones, and which is below 6k, that's going to be from what we're talking here is this 66k, right? So this is 66k. So below 66k, we're talking about 65,800 levels, 65k to 64k levels. So if price comes down between 65k to 64k levels, that will be, we just want to wait for a reclaim in back into the structure, and then we will be good to go. Good to go. So this is what I'm going to like promise us, is that when this happens, I'm going to make sure I drop the chart on the Telegram or my Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you're following me on Twitter and you have my post notifications turned on, or on basically just be on the Telegram, because even if I post on Twitter, I'm going to post the tweet into the Telegram. So this is what I'm going to, I might post on Twitter and then post the tweet on the Telegram. So from the Telegram, you can actually access it on Twitter when I post it, the charts as well. And then we looked at a couple of memes, because I talked about memes running way hard as well this season. And there were some coins that some people were dropping on the comment section. I did not look at because there was no time. So if you mention a coin on Friday and I didn't look at it, maybe you can drop it now, and I might have some time to look at it for you. For you as regards that. So let us quickly go through some of the memes we talked about. I think we made a mention for Bonk, right? So this was the case for Bonk. The case for Bonk, like I said, what would have been safe is waiting for it to break above here, do a retest, and move forward. Or you can definitely also, we could definitely also just basically wait for this guy to, so you could just enter at CMP. And if you enter at CMP, it's moved up a bit, right? Exactly. It moved up a bit and touched here and then started going down as well. So me, most times I'm very funny and a very greedy trader. Sometimes if the trade doesn't get to my direction where I'm aiming from, I just wait for it to what's it called? I'll just wait for it to come and take me at break even. So instead of closing in profit, sometimes I just close in break even. So it closed in break even, but even at this, it got to like a 1 to 2. So that means like $100 trick should have made you at least 200 and something dollars on this as well. So let me remove this, and now it's this was also the initial level, right? I highlighted and dropped. So basically now it's just to wait for this initial level and see what happens when price gets in here. I remember I talked about the factor of this being like a weaker low. So let me remove this. This being a weaker low. So we've had from here, right, to here. Okay, this like a key level, a key zone. Let me go on the 12-hour chart. So you could also see what I was trying to say here too. So if you get that drop, definitely this good is gonna drop as well. So I think I may need to so if you can see the stochastic RSI is all sold, oversold, right? The 4 hours is getting to the point whereby it's gonna be oversold. The 1 hour seems to be getting to that point. The daily is already oversold as well. So we are preparing for a massive. This is like a head and shoulders, right? Head and shoulders, and a breakout. It has gotten to, if you calculate from here to here, it's like the targets for the head and shoulders have been hit, and then it's coming back to do a retest. So this place, that this is more like, this is what we now call a, what's the word to call this now? I've forgotten the term to use, but there's a term you use when we talk about advanced structure. So in trading, there's what they call advanced structure, and you use advanced structure. In advanced structure, there's a term used when there is a structure that is formed to go, that is goes higher in the direction of the trend, yet still has some places that has not been mitigated, that has not been mitigated. And this is basically what it is doing, coming to balance it, coming to balance it. So this is like a very ideal zone for that balance to happen on bunk. So this is like a very cool point and a cool level. And we have peep, right? So we had peep also. So initially these are like the lower levels I had for peep, not necessarily this. So I didn't enter a limit here, but this, I think we had this, and then so these are the lower levels we had for PEEP. If price decides to want to go lower, if price wants to go lower, these are like key point levels for PEEP here and here, right? These are very good points and very good levels for this asset class. And you know, one thing is when BTC begins to drop, these guys drop harder. When BTC begins to pump, they pump faster as well. So they are always giving that first run and first off. And then we have this dude here called When. We had When. And When is even like in a very ideal zone, right? But this is the crazy thing. The crazy thing about the market is that it could just do the shit it wants to do, especially when BTC wants to really shit. So if BTC wants to shit, you just have to wait for it to shit its shit. And then when it finishes doing its shit, you can just dive in. This is the case of When is a case where you just wait. Once BTC begins to reclaim, you just dive in, regardless of whatever it is. You just smash it. That's the way you approach this particular trade on When. And then we have this lovely guy here, right? And then this is Mu. Okay, we have Mu here, which also broke up to the upside, and definitely is also going to break down to the downside too. Then after breaking down to the downside, in between these blue lines, there's going to be reclaim. So, like I said, one of the things I'm going to do or have to do. Somebody said, Shifu, it seems your mic is muted. Is that correct? Can you guys hear me? Or is just the particular person having issues unable to hear me? Can other people hear me? Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. The person complaining is actually commenting from Facebook, right? And we have about over 1,700 persons on this live stream right now. So basically, okay. So I think he has to check from his end. Others say they can hear me, so you have to check from your end. And simple. So maybe I don't know if there's an issue on Facebook. So probably you just connect on YouTube then. Okay, or someone else on Facebook say he can hear. So then that means I think it's from the person's end, because if other people can hear me on Facebook and you can't, and definitely it's going to be from your end as well. So people are talking about Notcoin. What is Notcoin again, please? Notcoin it was the airdrop coin, right? Notcoin is an airdrop coin. Why are people too much concerned about Notcoin? Because they got it for free? I've never opened that chart before, but I'm going to check if it's on TradingView. So this is basically what I'm saying. The same thing for BTC. Once it comes in here, it's gonna move up, come in. So the only thing about this thing is, like I always say to you guys sometimes, that no trading is also a form of trading. Not trading is also a form of trading. Sometimes you just want to chill and wait for the market to do this thing, because if you chill and wait for what's about to happen for Bitcoin, it can make you crazy amount of money. When I mean crazy amount of money, what is about to happen for Bitcoin in the next 1 to 2 weeks can turn $100 to $1,000, can turn 200 to 2,000, can turn 500 to 5,000. Of course, nothing I'm saying right now is financial advice, but with what I'm seeing on the chart, with what I'm seeing in the market, I'm very much convinced that anybody who wants to make 10x, 20x, 40x, 50x very fast can literally do that with what's about to happen. But you don't have to force the market. All you just have to do is to wait. And it would even be more interesting if you can see Bitcoin dump very well today, and then gives us a reclaim by tomorrow, leading into the week, it is going to be super, because that's just what I'm just waiting for personally. I'm not in any trade at the moment. All my trade positions are closed, and I'm just waiting for BTC to just give us the dump, the reclaim, and then I'm going to strike on many assets, and literally, you could literally be up significantly. And of course, not every coin is going to move first and all that. That's why I'm showing us this, because these guys are the guys that are going to like be among the first movers and are going to like start pumping very up, way up or so. And then we have this, which I talked about with, right? And we just have to wait for the retest to be completely formed, and then the retest is going to be formed in alignment to BTC as well. So this all hangs on the first thing I talked about for BTC. So let me check the Nuts coin people were talking a lot about, if it's on. So we've got a chart for Nuts coin. So Nuts coin has been moving crazily. So what this is not a I don't think there's anything to analyze in such a chart. Such chart is a very bullish chart, and there's nothing to analyze here, except you just want to probably lose your money. This is the kind of chart that people like, the kind that will make them lose their money. There's nothing to analyze this, honestly speaking. This chart is just way bullish. And it's been just for a couple of days. So um, there's no major thesis that's been formed. I feel the best way to anybody want to trade this is to basically enter a long on this. And but the thing here, you don't want to long the chart when it is too late. You don't want to long when it is too late, right? You want to, so the way you can check this is you have to look at the fundamentals. The fundamentals of this is what is going to determine how you are going to literally trade this. If the fundamentals are still solid and holding up very strong, then you're definitely going to see making higher prices. And if it's so bullish you want to wait for a retracement, that is also going to be safe. Within a retracement to enter in, that will be a safer choice. But this is the leverage chart on Bybit. So let me check the spot chart. The spot chart is almost the same thing, right? So we a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it's just ballistic right now. It's ballistic right now. And so let us go to CoinGecko, right? Let's go to CoinGecko. So we're gonna leave here, and then let's type on the search box. Let's type Notcoin. So Notcoin is at 2.5 billion market cap, insane, and it's 52 with a 24-hour trading volume of 3.68, meaning that it is definitely going to make more higher prices. It's bullish and definitely going to make more higher prices. And from the past 9 days, it has done over 461% and still moving. So it's definitely going to make higher prices. But trading on leverage is going to favor those who are going to scalp. It's going to favor people who are scalpers. So if you know how to scalp in and out, that is the category of people this is going to favor the most in this regard and in this time. I hope this able to someone said it's on 200%. Yeah. Someone said because of the massive community. Yeah, there's a lot of community around it. Obviously a lot of you guys got airdrops from it. So definitely people are always hyper when they get airdrop from a community, and it shows a lot of support with them. So okay. Master, please say something about soul. Okay. How do I get to Solana now? Meanwhile, this is the crazy thing. There's something crazy. I mapped this out on, one of the chats I haven't been posting much of this. I haven't been posting much of BNB, right? And I haven't even been sharing my nights on BNB. BNB is one of the charts I've been super accurate for the past couple of years. Like if I check here, if you click from here, you discover how accurate I've been on BNB from this very point for the past 2 to 3 years. Then look at this was where we took a major shot on BNB, right? And then this was when I said BNB is going to reverse higher, and it has never come down since. BNB is one of the trades I've been super accurate on. So let me see, let me look out for something. So I mapped this out on BNB, right? I mapped this out a few days ago. Somewhere it was on the 26th of May, about a week ago or so. And when I mapped it out, I felt like the market has gotten to a point whereby there should be a retracement, and that's definitely what we are seeing. And BNB was already giving away an early highlights ahead of time. So I think based on what I mapped out, I had like 2 entries for BNB. The 556 level, 556 level, right? And the 526, 556.5 and 526.3, 556.5 and 526.3, and the stop loss is around 511.3. So that's the stop loss for this. But we'll have to like get this entry point and entry levels, and if we're able to get it, BNB could literally go way higher from these levels. So I might so when I get to start sharing the chart this week, please someone should remind me of dropping the chart for BNB as well. And somebody mentioned something about Solana too. So this was my entry for I had no idea why I had this entry for Solana, but I will have to remove this because I think price is going to drop a bit more on Solana, and I may probably need to okay. So we've had price from this level to this level. Amazing. So I think this is going to be like a perfect spot. This would be a better point for entry and Solana. It's an entry point because this is like a deeper discount level. So if BTC drops, we'll definitely be on the safe side with the drop on Solana. This is a more ideal point and more ideal level because obviously also this zone has not had any form of retest, and this is a zone where I think there might be something like a BPR. I'm not too sure, so I'll have to check like the other time frames. So yes, we have something like that, and 1 hour. So this is a very ideal zone actually. This is an ideal zone, and that should be 149, 149. That should be 149, right? 149 level. Someone said, "Boss, I was one of the winners on Twitter for the giveaway, and yet I have not received." I don't know what giveaway you're talking about, please. I don't know the giveaway you're talking about. You have to be more specific. You have to be more specific. Miss Choice Dawadi says, "Good evening, sir. Greetings as well. Greetings as well." Okay, guys, we are going to be running out today. We're speaking about an hour already. And so I said, good evening, Shifu. Are we still going to have parabolic run on altcoins like previous bull runs? We're not having like previous, we're having more than the previous. Not like we're having more than the previous. What is happening already? Coins are already running parabolic as well. Maybe not the ones you're holding, but coins are already running parabolic, and people are already making a lot of money. I mean, go on Twitter. There was a young girl, I think she's 24 years old. She posted on her Twitter she's been making $1 million every month for the past 5 months. And why I'm referring to the young girl is not because um, it's not because she's what's it called? The reason I'm referring to why is not because she's just a random person, someone I know personally, and I know how much that person is making. Making $1 million every month for 5 months is no joke, guys. It's because we're in the bull season. So it's just that, like I said, this bull season is different from the others. It's different, but at the same time, it is bigger. If you pay attention well, you will make the most out of it. So you won't be the kind of people who will be like, when is this starting? And before you know it has ended already. You don't want to be in that category of persons and stuff. Dan Eliago said, but Shiro, please, how can I send you a personal DM? The only personal DM you should send me is if you're joining the bull run group or you're getting the ETF reports. If you're not in any of these two categories, don't send me a personal DM because I most definitely will not reply you. But if you want me to reply you, let it be that you're joining the bull run group or you're joining getting the ETF report. And more so, my personal number is usually on the description. Description. So if you're watching on YouTube, check on the description of the YouTube video. The description of the YouTube video, you will see my the personal direct contact. You can reach out on WhatsApp. If you're watching on Facebook, you see the personal direct contact. I think it should be on Twitter X as well. The direct contact straight to my DM on WhatsApp when you click it as regards that as well. So let's go back to what we're looking. Oh, okay. What is next? I think this should be the last thing on our slide, hopefully. So this is the last thing on our slide. What is next? So this is the number. I just pinned it on the screen. Pinnacle just helped me pull it up. I just pinned it on the screen. So basically you can check it out from the screen. What next? What next? What is next? What is next is moving forward, like I said, we're going to be having much more live sessions, much more repeated sessions. And we in this we have much more live sessions in much more of these sessions which is going to be shared in the coming weeks, which will be shared in the coming weeks. And we'll be having more and those in the bull run group are having like one private session with them every week. So if you are not in the bull run group, you miss out of those private sessions. So make sure you join the bull run group so you don't miss out on those private sessions. And then we'll have other stuffs as well. So you want to take advantage of the season and the time we are in and make the most for yourself. Make the most for yourself. Be in the right communities, be in the right group, have access to the right informations, and change your life as well. Like I said, I also promised that I'm going to be sharing the charts on my Twitter. So I'm going to share it on my Twitter. I'll post it on Telegram as well. So you can literally have access to the trade setups as well, which I usually do this time to time in the bull run group as well. So if you're in the bull run group, you definitely have access to it. However, I might share a couple of them. So most times, if I share two or three, I might have shared like five or six in the bull run group as well. That's why you also should be there. So you always have complete info and direct as well. But for the purpose of the fact that whatever I explained today on the live stream, I explained it, and it will be still be fair and good to share what I explained, so people can actually have the chart, save it, and follow it up personally and make profit from it as well as they should do. That would be super beneficial for them. So much have been said so far on today's live stream, on today's session. See you when I see you guys again. Looking forward into the new week we are in, to the new month, and I wish us a month of making mega money, making mega progress, making mega success as well. If you want to join the Bull Run group, you want to get the ETF report, reach out to my WhatsApp line directly on the screen. Like we always say, if the students be ready, the Shifu will appear. And when the Shifu appears, what happens? The students will prevail. And as always, if the opportunity presents itself, the Shifu will give the call. Bye for now, guys. See you when we see you. Also, from our next live stream, we will resume our giveaway. So we haven't been doing the giveaways for it. Why? But we'll resume giveaways from our next live stream. In every live stream, usually I pick two persons randomly and I give them the sum of 20,000 naira each as well. So sometimes it will be converted with equivalents in the USD or pounds, depending on the part of the country, the part of the world you were in. So we give about 20,000 naira. Sometimes I pick three persons and give them 2020. That's 3%, 20,000 naira each. And we're going to resume that from our next live stream, which is going to be this week. We'll pick winners and then we'll start giving all over again. So get ready for the giveaway. Get ready for the next live stream. Get ready for the next session. See you when we see you guys. When I see you guys. Bye for now.